Come on, refresh the chat until it appears. Oh, there it is. Hello, hello, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope everyone's having a swell time. Because I'm having a swell time. I'm just checking a couple things just to make sure everything is going well. Just making sure that everything comes through okay. I mean, I'm very sorry about the whole keyboard and everything thing. I really don't know how to solve it. It's just going to be a constant, and I don't know why. I messed with stuff, and it's ended with this happening. I thought I'd maybe solved it. I thought maybe somehow it was hearing through my camera, but got my camera turned off on this thing. I'd show you, but I can't be arsed doing all those little things for that. But I've got it all set up so that it should at the very least be fine. But it's not. What about audio ducking? Oh god. But yeah, I've got no idea why you keep hearing my keyboard. I wish I knew. I really do. I'll try one more thing and then I'll call it a day. I'm just gonna move this a bit further back. Just a little bit further back. I think that's fine. I'll do a quick check to see how I sound. Just because it's important to look. I hope that's coming through okay, by the way. Hold on a second. How do I sound? Oh, I sound a bit quiet. I bet you I know why. Well, I know one of the reasons why. There could be multiples. God, you can properly hear that now. Hold on a second. This is too bad. I don't like this. No, we're moving this down. I don't like that being too high. We'll increase the volume a different way. We're doing it a different way. I'm not having it like that. That was just horrendous for me. I mean, it's not much better now, but I don't know. I keep having little problems, and I got no idea why. See, it sounds so quiet. I've got no idea why it sounds so quiet. Like, I've got a lot of things on high. Let me just double check some stuff. Like, I can bump up the gain more, but the gain was pretty loud already. Like, I've bumped it up a bit now. How do I sound now? God, I don't sound great. Like, I'm pretty okay at that level. Like, what am I missing? What's got it so quiet? Like, what am I missing? What's got it so quiet? If I do this, does it change anything? If I do this, does it change anything? No. Okay. No. Okay. If I move this to like here. If I move this to like here. I don't know. I really don't know what to do in this situation. I don't know. I really don't know what to do in this situation. I'm sorry for everyone that came in to hear me say stuff like this, but boom. That's the best I can do. Boom. That's the best I can do. And it's still not great. Like, if I have me max volume, and it's still not great. Like, if I have me max volume, you can sort of hear me. Oh well. It's best I can do. I can't do any better. Sort of hear me. Oh well. It's best I can do. I can't do any better. Sort of hear me. Oh well. It's best I can do. Anyway, let's get actually into the game that I planned on playing. God, this hearing myself has just been like a blessing and a curse. Okay, maybe I should also mute the blimmin' thing so you can't double hear me. Hearing myself, blessing and a curse, because it just means that now I hear all the little things that I didn't hear before. So yeah, this is Roboquest. I've been playing it a lot, but I haven't unlocked a lot of these things that I think you're supposed to have unlocked. But I have unlocked a lot of these things. I just need to get this, and then I can start using my wrenches for the stuff. But I'm not good at puzzles, and I feel like a lot of the stuff is puzzles. A lot of this, like, early bit, or like getting the gadgets and everything, is puzzles, and I'm as bad as like a blimmin' 3-year-old at puzzles. Best I've ever done in this, as I got to the room that I think was before the boss, the final boss. That's it. That's the best I've done. So it's a sort of action, sort of shootery thing. I like the art style a lot. It's very nice and vibrant, which is a rarity for games like this. Reminds me a bit of a Borderlands-y style. Like, it's not exactly like Borderlands, but it's got a Borderlands-y style, in my opinion. But generally, like I would be for any of these kinds of games, the big bit that gets me interested is the combat, because that's what you're going to be doing 99% of the time, right? So yeah, there's these challenge rooms that like increase in difficulty, dealing to enemies damaging you, but taking damage. Oh no, I'm not taking the chance that I get frozen. That's horrendous. But I guess the volcano rifle's okay. So yeah, those are like quick, I don't know what you'd call them, like challenge rooms, I guess is the best word for them. By the way, if I'm exploring like this, it's because I'm convinced there's things I've missed, and I got this cool new jump that allowed me to go into new areas, and so I've just decided to try and use it for literally everything. God, it shoots slowly though, doesn't it? That's not worth. It's shooting too slowly for me. So I'm a kind of person, the reason why I choose this guy so often, or have been recently, is because this dude has an ability that I really like, and that's sort of the only reason. Yeah, I'll take the Tommy gun. There's no rhyme or reason behind which door I go through, by the way. So yeah, this is a rogue. I forget the specifics on it, but I think you'd count this one as a roguelite, not a roguelite, because you unlock new stuff every time. It's kind of whatever Hades is. Whatever Hades is, this is, in terms of like genre. Because it's got a very similar thing in the sense of like, there's upgrades, there's not romancing decisions sadly, but you can't romance hot robots in this game, but you do generally get like that kind of sort of thing in this. You get like I don't know what you'd call them, like the little bits of bonuses for each that you upgrade over time, like the passive. Every run you get a resource that you use to upgrade yourself. I guess actually it's a bit different to Hades and stuff, because Hades you don't get like actual bonuses from what I can gather. You just get access to different weapons and stuff. Ooh, a sniper. I know it's a green and I shouldn't be replacing a green with a blue with a green, but I actually feel like I'll use the sniper. Well, I don't feel like I'll ever use the blue volcano rifle. I mean, I could just get a strict upgrade to my rifle. Why not? But this dude is useful only when you start like not caring about how many wrenches you have. This is by far the most annoying enemy. If it made every other enemy harder, I would get rid of it. The one that's just like, yeah, you know, all those enemies, they're invincible until you kill this, so good luck dodging. The one thing I'm pretty bad at. Well, it's not the one thing, but the thing I'm the most versed at. You just gotta keep doing that. Each one of the characters has a special Q and a special melee. I very rarely, if ever, use the melee, so you'll probably never see me take a talent that's specifically for melee. That's because the button, one, I've forgotten where it is, and the reason I initially forgot where it was because it's a bit out of place for me with my like fingers. I've not had the background with like the PC in the sense of like getting used to all the different keys that you're supposed to hit with your finger. So you know how like everybody has like a lot of the keys around the W, A, S, and D, they very much like know how to like quickly navigate towards them with your fingers and stuff. I don't feel like I'm very good at doing that, if at all. So I have this sort of situation where I can't hit certain things, and so it happens to be that the melee button is on that button. I think is it Z? Is it A? V? It's V. Yeah, V, you're using your thumb, and I've not gotten used to using my thumb to press buttons. And so V is kind of like out of place and a bit hard for me to do. But anyway, yeah, enough about that. Like, let's talk about our weeks. So, I'll start. Generally been a pretty okay week. I wouldn't say busy week, but there's been a decent amount of stuff going around. So Monday we played... What did we play? I really have a horrendous memory when it comes to this stuff. Was Monday the horrendous Trying Binding of Isaac stream? It might have been that. It might have been the Binding of Isaac. No, because I think I said this last time. So it couldn't have been... I couldn't have done it twice. I'm not the kind of person to do something horrendous twice. Definitely not, definitely not. You know what, I'll double check. I'm not having a situation where I don't remember or don't bring up the thing that I did on the Blimmin' Monday on the on the day in which the whole point is to go over your week. I'm not having it where I just don't. So as you can see here, it's very likely that you're supposed to make all of these blue before actually going through here, but like I do with everything, I brute force it and just take the damage. Because it's 100% worth it, because you just get that huge heal a lot of the time. I don't know if it's 100% worth it, but I consider it worth it. Ooh, I've never taken the bee cannon before. Let's take the bee cannon. It shoots bees. What does this do? It makes a vacuum cleaner. You know what? Pause. Let's check what I actually played, so that I'm not just being a dingus. So, let's have a look. What did I actually play last Monday? Last Monday I played... Oh, of course, I played some Hearthstone. So we must have done some of that new mode, the new twist mode. That mode is... It's interesting, because on one hand, I really like the mode for what it is. It's just like more thematic. I like shotguns. More thematic, like versions of what I'd like, which is like themed decks that are cool, that aren't necessarily like overpowered, right? I'm not sure this weapon is doing a huge amount of damage, but I am having a lot of fun just pressing this button and shooting bees at the enemy. But I think I reload every time I press this button. That also summons a... Oh, bloody dingus. Anyway, yeah, I think it was fun thematically to have all these cool, like, decks and, like, custom things to them to allow the decks to work. With like passive abilities and stuff. Very much felt like Dungeon Run-esque without it being meta decks. And I do like that they can sort of balance, because they've got the decks that you have to use their decks, so they can balance around like, oh, this card's too powerful, take it out of the deck, change it with another thematical thing, right? But what I will say about it is it was not balanced when I was playing it. I played it again since. I played a bit of it. I think it must have been over the weekend that I played a small amount of it. And the one that was insane, which was Arthas, they've, from what I can gather, lowered its health significantly. Which is a thing they can do when everyone has like custom health, custom even card numbers. Like, some have bigger decks than the other. For like the more aggressive people that are actively like constantly drawing cards, they have it in so that you don't just run out of steam, which is kind of cool. Not something I expected them to do. And I say it's kind of cool, but then there's also a part of me that's like, well then how do you, isn't that like one of the things that you sort of have to look out for when you're playing an aggressive deck, is that you don't want to out... Bloody hell, that thing did a lot of damage to me. You don't want to be, you need to be actively looking out for people, for like overdrawing and stuff. That's the whole point, is that you'll have this insane turn. Okay, I don't really have a long-ranged weapon, which isn't helping me. Quickly, send out little... I don't know, let's call him Lil Dyson. Okay, this is kind of long range. But yeah. I was thinking about that and I was like... What like what could they do in that situation? Like, because if they want the aggressive decks to be able to work, but they don't want them to overdraw. But if you get rid of the ability to overdraw, you're just getting rid of one of their weaknesses. So you got to make their other weakness, which is their horrendous late game, much bigger of a weakness. But if you do that, it just means like, oh, if we make it past turn 5 or 6, we won. Which I guess is how aggro decks work. Anyway, in conclusion, I really like it. I really think it's both a cool way to have a game mode that's interesting, but still have it where you have to pay them something. And that's not like... The reason I bring that up is because at the end of the day, they've got to make money from this stuff. And if they're not making money from it, then they've got no incentive to continue it going, you know? And so when I look at it and I go, oh look, they're making money from this, but it's not an unreasonable amount for the average person to do. For example, I'm completely free to play in that game. Completely. I haven't bought anything except for like an adventure. And that was like... What, it would have been like maybe 5-10 years ago? Oh, I'm bad against these. I mean, I knew I'd fight them because they're the only thing you fight in this. Look out for the one that has a homing attack, but takes a while to charge up. That's the one we need to insta-kill. Insta-kill, on sight. I think it's because I'm not used to moving around as much. See, that one. Screw that one in particular. No, they hacked me. No. Screw that one. No, it's that one. They all look the blooming same. Get rid of it. Okay, I died. So that sort of was going to happen, if I had to guess. We'll see. We're just going to keep replaying and restarting. So yeah, I think it's generally been good. I kind of want to play it again, but I also need to see if, like, if you're allowed to play the Sworn Alpha on stream, I might also play that. Because it's effectively like, what if Hades, but Arthurian legend, and if you want, you can play with friends. And that sounds insane to me. It's probably a game that if I'm not playing on stream, you can definitely be sure I'll be playing it a lot off stream with a bunch of friends. So yeah, I was talking about like speaking of this. I know I'm like jumping like topics constantly, but that's just how I am. I was talking with my friends about like what I believe would solve the problem I've got at the moment, and I know it's always a bad thing to think that this is the solution, but my like instant solution was, okay, all I need is a new type of mic. So here's my logic. I'm not just going, there's a problem, let's buy something new. Because, like, I hate people who do that, where it's like, I'm not going to solve the problem, instead I'm just going to buy something and hope that solves the problem, right? I'm not doing that. Because my logic here is, I've got a mic, it's a Blue Yeti that, like, has a load of settings that I feel like are really good for... I don't need this is horrendous. I'll take the dual stingers. It's horrendous for... Well, it's really good for podcasts, right? So it's a really good, like, it's got a really wide direction in which it can take in sound. That's my thing. Which is great, but I'm not doing a podcast. I don't have multiple... I don't want it to be this large sort of, like, area in which it's... in which it's recording, right? I want it to be quite directional. I want it to just be recording me. That's it, right? So my thinking is what I need to get is a mic that specifically is very directional. I've just started using this word. I don't know if this is actually the word that they use in like the camera, in the mic industry, but my thinking is like, I want something that's just like right next to my mouth and it's only recording what I'm saying, right? And I've tried moving the mic to be very close to my like mouth, but that would mean it'd be right next to my keyboard. And if it's right next to my keyboard, it means that I can't actually you just hear it still. You just hear the keyboard sound still. Like it doesn't solve the problem because it still records like sound. The sound still records even if you're just hearing, even if it's from behind, right? Even when I've changed it to be just sort of like a front-facing cone, which is the sort of narrowest that you can have the directional audio. I think the thing I don't understand is, from what I could gather from... I'm sorry this is all I'm talking about, but like, if I don't talk about it, then I feel like people would come in and go, why is this happening, or X is happening, or Y is happening, and I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do to stop it, right? And it's constantly on my mind because, look, I don't want my product to be like top quality because I don't think I've got the money for, you know, the people who literally make it their job levels of like sound, but I want it to be decent, you know. And I'm not really sure from what all that my friends have been telling me, like the thing that I have right now is pretty good for a starter thing, but when I compare it to like some of the, yeah, when I compare it to my friends' audios and stuff, like, sure, I imagine they're using better quality. In fact, I know they're using better quality stuff, but it's a lot better quality, right? It's a significant difference in like quality of sound, and with the addition of the blimmin'. Because before it was going to be like a long-term thing, right? Like maybe if I eventually was able to get affiliate, I'd use money that I get from that to eventually buy it. Or it's maybe like a present for getting affiliate. But now it's like, with the addition of the keyboard being heard, it's now become one of those situations where I'm like, but this is just hampering my situation. If I hear a load of keyboard stuff when I'm listening to a stream, I feel like that'd put me off. Don't think that's weird to say? I think that's completely fair to say, right? God damn it, I missed that thing. I'm not even sure I have to get that thing, by the way. It feels like it drops more XP than the other stuff. And so I always default to getting it. At least that's normally my default. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be considering it, and I don't know if that's any logic, and obviously there's any logic to that or whatever, but I'll double check and everything before buying anything. I'm not gonna just buy something for the sake of buying something. I don't have that kind of money, so we'll see. Speaking of money though, I did finally get a cleave shave for like probably like one of the first times. You know, it's weird to say, like one of the first times ever, because my my electric shaver that I used before, it just wasn't close enough to my it just didn't cut close enough. I don't know why, because the one I've changed to looks almost identical in appearance. It's done by a different company, of course, but like they've sort of figured out what the optimal appearance is for the for shavers is at this point. Ooh, a shotgun. Wait, did I just... No, wait. Give me a second. I'm going back. We're going back. I need my I can't go double shotgun. I like how this one's called KO and this one's called XOXO. That's very cute. I think they do that with all of them, actually. They just sort of give them... each of the, like, the guns when you dual wield seem to have, like, a name for them. Like a pairing name, like a couple name. Alright, this is the guy that wants pants that I can't give him. I don't have any pants. Sorry, trousers. Another great thing about this class, by the way, is the fact that it has that rocket. Because that rocket, God, has that finished off a lot of enemies that would have gotten another shot. They would have got like 1 or 2 shots if I didn't have this thing. Anyway, yeah, that happened on Monday. Tuesday, nothing happened really. And then Wednesday came around, we played some more Rogue Trader, and I'm both looking forward to and not looking forward to trying to do that boss fight. Like, that boss fight is... I think it will be, like, a attempt will take at least half the session, I'm thinking. Because... they take a long time. I mean, it's 2 fights. And both of them are scary, because what I've found happening recently is that if I don't get my buffs on first, and I have horrendous, what's the word, initiative on all my characters, and so if I don't roll good on my initiative, and they get all their turns first, and they attack me, they can kill 1 or 2 people in like a turn. It's kind of insane. Do. I don't have shock anymore, but I get ricochet and I can deploy about. I'll take the damage. I don't know if that's actually just a passive damage, or if it's a passive damage only on weapons that care about your movement speed damage. Stop that! I can hate that attack! Look at that. How am I supposed to dodge that when he's this close? You can't. There's nothing you can hide behind either. I'm sure you can do like a dash, or a quick dash or something to get rid of it. Oh, these are the scariest areas, the fucking gauntlet. So yeah, I didn't do much Tuesday. Wednesday was me trying that blimmin' boss, so that I feel like what I needed to realise in that is that the biggest buff to that last phase that I had a problem with is having just people I can sacrifice. I had lost too many people by the time it got to that point. Because at that point my damage is insane. I just need to have enough time to get to Argenta and Argenta to do the damage. With me being a pretty good backup DPS for killing the clones and stuff. Yeah, I think I've got a good chance. It may take another 2 attempts, but I think it won't be more than 2. Especially if I start using items. Because a lot of the time I'll have spare AP, and to use that AP on just like items feels like something I could easily add to my repertoire to just be fine. I do wonder if it's worth me switching out what Argenta has, but it takes so much of her damage away. Yes, I just hit 2 bombs. No, I don't care. So the neat thing about this game is, you've got 2 weapons, right? But while your other weapon is sort of sheathed when you've switched weapon, it's actively being reloaded. Like, slowly over time it's reloading. Like, obviously it's significantly slower than if you just manually reloaded, but it means that when you're switching between them, there's actually a logic to sort of like, use all the ammo in your gun, switch gun, use all the ammo in that gun. Reduce the number of... yeah, sure, let's take that. So I could take the sonic crossbow, that's pretty decent. I'll take... wait, let me... yeah, that's decent. Okay, cool. This is the area that is when the difficulty notably jumps up. Because you get things like that, you get ones that can do attacks that are really annoying to dodge. So yeah, it won't be long, and then I've sort of came to the... I have been looking at other ones just in case, but I think I've effectively come to the conclusion that the next game we play is going to be Baldur's Gate. On Wednesdays, I think Baldur's Gate's a game that I really wanted to... well, I don't think... I know it's a game I really wanted to play. And so being able to play it on stream and know that I'm going to consistently be playing it feels like something that is perfect. Because it means at worst, absolute worst, I know I get to play through that game. The problem I've got is I've already started thinking about what class I want to go. And the more I think about it, the more I'm a bit iffy about the whole thing. Like, I really would love to play a monk, because I never get to play a monk in D&D, because I always find better character ideas. But I always wanted to play one. Because I love the conceptual idea of just beating people up with your fists instead of using a weapon. Right? So... I'd love to play a monk, but I know from experience, because I've played through Act 1, most if not all of it, and from experience, the game is significantly worse when you don't have A, high charisma, and B, ability to talk with animals. If you don't have both of those abilities, I knew it, that was just a mistake at the end. Yeah, let's take these. Because you lose so many dialogue options, like fully voiced dialogue options as well. So I don't really know if I like. It kind of edges me towards just being a heavy charisma warlock or being a druid of some kind, and I love druids. Druid's like my second favorite class. Like it's druid is just under cleric in terms of like my top sort of like classes in D&D. But I've already played through the first act as a druid. I had a lot of fun with it, but do I want to try it again? Do I want to do it again? Not really, but then also I do want to... Where is that guy that just hit me? He's hit another there, that's cheating! I need more healing. I need healing. Minigun? No. Rapier? Taking damage increases movement rate. Yeah, let's do that. Or I just got a movement buff. Do I just go here and try this and definitely fail? I could definitely fail. Let's definitely fail. But yeah, like it just... I don't like that restriction, and don't get me wrong, there are other ways. There are like other things you can do with I thought it let me have that. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to just run through this, but goddamn do I run through this. I've never succeeded at this, and I don't think I'm going to succeed today. Nope. I failed. Oh well, at least I don't die when you fail. You just have a horrendous score. Do you reckon there's a logic behind just killing stuff? Like running but killing stuff in a room? Maybe. What do you give me? Reload speed but chance to burn? No. Cyclone? No, no. Pickup's not bad. I don't understand what you want. A grappling hook and a radio with a bow tie on it? Like a battery radio? This doesn't feel right. It's like I'm going through the area backwards. I don't like this. Good, it's dead. But yeah, like, it's, I feel like you're a bit restricted. And I guess the logic is you could just, like, always bring, like, a Surian or, I don't know how you say his name, the vampire boy. You could always bring him, to, like, start every conversation. But you kind of want it to be you a lot of the time. I have to see if there's like any settings you can add where it's like, if your party has this skill, it always just takes the party's best skill. Because if there is, then, you know, it changes it. Or maybe, I don't like adding the unlimited like rerolls, but like maybe if it makes my experience better, and it doesn't feel like I'm missing out on stuff, like maybe I just consistently do rerolls, like have unlimited rerolls on there, and I just personally choose which ones I believe like I deserve to like really definitely do. It might be worth, I don't know, I have to look into the settings. I think that will literally be the first that will be the first stream, is character creation, checking settings, making sure everything is right, so that I can have the the funnest experience I want in Blimmin' in the game. I did see that they've just recently added, which I think is insane. They've added like their own personal like modding tool, like it allows you to do modding a lot easier. Because first thing I thought when I thought of that was like, this is gonna be modded to hell. Like people are gonna add like all the races you can't play at the moment. Maybe even custom classes like the Mystic or something. Or like some of the subclasses that people really love that aren't in the game. Oh, I died. Like maybe they add, I don't know, the Giant Barbarian, for example, who isn't in it, but is like a pretty cool class. There, I'm finished. I can now officially bank away all my wrenches, because who cares about wrenches when you've got everything, you know? Here, take all my wrenches. Power cells? Aw, you're too nice. Elemental damage? Why not? Let's hope I get an elemental weapon. None of these are elemental. I'm gonna take this. That's not, this isn't an axe. You said it was an axe. You lied to me. I've never used the throwing weapons before. They seem like you're supposed to be really accurate, and I'm not very accurate. That one's dead. Dead. Okay, I won't be using these for long, if I'm being honest. I just wanted to try something new. But I keep missing! Where's my auto aim? Another reason why I probably wouldn't be great at Valorant. Look at this ability. Did you see how much I lost there? Imagine that, but in a game where it actually doesn't give you a load of time to get past the fact that you missed, you know? Boom, doom, boom. This is my favorite weapon that I don't think is good. Like, I love using it, but I just think it runs out of damage. Wow, it's that bad. I guess I've got the gain really high up, but I could even hit. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it. It's bringing down the whole thing. Have I got enough for you yet? No. Cool. So yeah, we did a lot of that. That was Wednesday. Thursday doesn't matter. Nothing really happened. Unless, wait, was it Thursday when I watched that? I think it was. I think Thursday's when I watched Acolyte, actually. Good show, honestly. Like, it's a Star Wars sort of like, I don't know what you call it. I guess like it's supposed to have a bit of suspense there. It's supposed to be like a bit more, I don't know, gritty, I guess. I guess it's gritty because it has like bits of like suicide and stuff, like stuff that you wouldn't expect in the baseline Star Wars like franchise. I think there was a couple things in it that were a bit disappointing. A couple of bits of the acting were not very good. I was talking about this at someone at work, and I was like, I have a sort of suspicion that what Disney was trying to do here is try and get themselves their own form of like homegrown talent that they can put on like a long-term contract and then like sort of use them for the cheap, even though they get like really popular because they're still on that really long-term contract. And that's my only thing I feel like could be possible, because they got so much money and Star Wars is such a popular franchise that I find it very weird that there was like nothing, like the people in it were like, they weren't bad. I'm not gonna say they were bad, but I'm not gonna say they were good. Like some of them were not very good. I did see a couple people complaining about like problems with like diversity and stuff. Like they were like, oh, this is too much like needless diversity in it, and I don't see that, if I'm being honest. I thought it was pretty good in general for just having like a wide range of people. It's just, I don't know, I think there's always going to be people like that, right? That are like, oh, they've gone woke, or oh, they've gone X or Y. But I don't see that, in my opinion. I thought it was like, it had like a bit more diversity in there, but like when people are like complaining about there being an Asian, like the Asian Jedi, and it's like, mate, for one, he's an absolutely hardcore like Star Wars fan who literally learned English so that he could be in Star Wars because he loved it so much. Two, it's literally based on like Asian style warrior monks. That's what like the Jedi are based on. They're supposed to be like a Buddhist style monks, and they've just changed the, you know, like staff or something they would use in their normal like combat to like a lightsaber. It's literally based on that stuff. I don't know. It got on my nerves a bit. I thought generally it was quite good, and I'm actually very interested to see what they do next, because I kind of feel like a lot of the big stuff has already been solved. Like in episode 2, you find out she's not the person who's done it. I'm sorry, spoilers for Acolyte there, but episode 2, instantly. So I thought they could have kept that going for a bit longer, honestly. Because we all knew that the main character hadn't actually done it, but because she's the main character, she wouldn't have done such a thing. But to keep it in suspense, maybe have it where it's like, oh, maybe she did. Maybe they're going a different way, and they're actually making it so that the main character actively did this horrendous thing. Or like have people guessing like, oh, is it schizophrenia? Is it some sort of like powerful force ability? Is it the personification of their guilt or something? The personification of guilt made manifest or something, you know? Like, they could have done some stuff there. I think would have come across as being kind of fun. We're gonna ignore the fact I'm stealing this from what is obviously like Ami. Yeah, why not? I like this gun. You could make an argument that maybe that other flame gun was better. Cheva's carbine is really fun, but I like what I have. Can I upgrade the Tesla rifle a bit? Yeah. Cosmic rifle, you get a buff as well. I don't need these anymore, so let's roll the die. Come on, look. Oh. You laughed? Was that a laugh? You better have not laughed at me. So yeah, that was really fun to watch. And well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, and people talk about like, oh, I liked Star Wars, but then like some of the things came out and it put me off it forever. And you know what? Fair enough. That's your shtick. You don't like it anymore because I don't know, probably 4, 5, and 6. Not 4, 5, and 6. The blimmin' 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's fair. I can understand that. I thought of them as being substandard, but then, you know, I didn't hate them. Like the main character, blimmin' Rey, I don't like her at all. But also it was Star Wars, so I didn't hate it. I wasn't like actively against it. And there's been some solidly like good Star Wars stuff that's come out recently. We're kind of in, I'm not going to call it the golden age, because obviously the golden age was when 4, 5, and 6 came out. But we're in like a pretty damn good age for quality shows. You had like the Bad Batch, which is just a quality sort of A-teamy kind of thing set in like the making of the Empire. You've got stuff like some of the Star Wars Clone Wars stuff that was really good to make like the Clone Wars feel more interesting and established a character that is really, really cool. Like one of the first characters they established that wasn't in the base sort of show, but was really cool in Ahsoka. Ahsoka was great. Such a great sort of character arc as well, if you look at where she started at season 1 and then where she ends in the cartoon and in the blimmin' show. Like we got Ahsoka the show, like, which was okay. Like, I'm not gonna say it's great, but it was a very good, like, I thought they were gonna have a problem bringing her to live action, but they did a really good job of it, in my opinion. And then some of the bits were bad. Some of the bits were really, really good. Like the bit where Anakin comes back as a ghost and you have like the whole scene of him like with the whole Clone Wars going on around him and her as like a smaller kid, and then him like sort of showing his dark side and like the guilt behind that because she thinks that she could have saved him. It's really it's like it's good. Like, it's properly good. Like, if you're into Star Wars, I'd strongly recommend that. And that's not even talking about arguably the biggest phenomena in terms of Star Wars in recent history, which is The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian did what I think everybody wanted to blimmin' happen, where they went, hold on a second. At the end of the day, Star Wars was a space opera, but like, the people that weren't Jedi, it was effectively a space western. Why don't you just do a space western Star Wars thing? And they finally went, you know what, sure, we'll do a space western. And bada bing bada boom, it became like a blimmin' super hit, you know? You add in that you've got blimmin' Pedro Pascal, who was, and I think still is, like the big name at that point. and you add in a villain, you take that guy who's incredible at being a villain in like everything. I don't remember his name, but he's in so many things. Breaking Bad, The Boys, like, he's incredible. And so you add all of that together and you've got yourself an incredible story. You add in a lovable mascot so that people can buy it and fall in love with it with Baby Yoda. Sure, he's called Grogu, but I'll be honest, I'm always going to call him Baby Yoda. No. Screw you. Screw you in particular. Screw you in particular. Do you know what I mean? That one consistently can damage me, whereas these ones, less consistent. I like how even if they grab me, if I'm fast enough, I can kill them before, I can jump away before they do the big slam. The ones with the shields are kind of hard. Not like hard to dodge, but like hard to kill. I don't think I've got consistent damage. I think that's what I'm realizing. You know what I like about this deliberate, like, the effect is scary, sure, right? But not that scary. Like, I can generally be okay with the effect on me. I think the biggest annoyance is I can't see when my I can't see when my Q is cooled down, but you generally get like an idea of how long that's going to be. Oh, have I knocked him down to 2 people? I have indeed. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with the Acolyte show. I think the Acolyte show is... Do I think it's like 10 out of 10? No. Do I think it's 8 out of 10? Probably not. I think it's around, like, it's above average. I think it's a good show. Then it gets... If it didn't have the Star Wars paint, I think it would be like a 5. With the Star Wars added on, I think it's like a 6. You know? I think there is some bad acting into it, but it's not incredibly obvious. Like, you can sort of brush it away, and a lot of the people, the instances of bad acting a lot of the time are just sort of like the extras, you know, like little extras that are in the show. I saw some people complaining about there being a large man that was a Jedi. It didn't seem like he was a Jedi, more of like a... It didn't seem like he overly had like... I don't think I ever saw him draw his lightsaber. So he could have just literally been a guy that was helping them. Like, you know, like staff. Like, you gotta assume that people in like the Jedi Temple, the random janitor is not going to be a Jedi. He's just going to be a janitor, right? Not everybody in like a Jedi's temple is going to be a Jedi. That's my thinking. And also, like, when people are like, oh, they're supposed to be martial art masters, a lot of them don't have like 6-packs. It's more that they've been trained in martial arts. And there is martial arts that are like particularly good when you are chubby. So you don't need to have like this incredibly well-trained physique to be a Jedi. And in fact, there's a large part of the Jedi, even one person on the council, that's whole shtick was, I don't care about violence, I don't do violence, I do peaceful negotiations. So it's like, well, you know, it's just part of the blimmin' society. And I don't know, it feels like a needless nitpick thing, really. It was cool to see Trinity again, though. Trinity from the Matrix as, like, a Jedi. I think she did a really good job of being an action star, but I don't know. I'm never good at this stuff, at, like, figuring out how good somebody's acting ability is. But generally, I don't think her acting was incredible. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was incredible. I remember seeing something that was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, I'll go into the question mark, question mark, question mark. No, nothing ever bad happens when you use the question mark, question mark, question mark. I think I remember seeing a video that was all about, the neutral mask. Sorry, let me, the neutral mask. Where the whole point of it is you have a face that is specifically... Oh, I can get him for free. That's kind of cool. Oh, what? That's not fair. God damn it. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Quicker, 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 quicker. Oh, I'm not going fast enough. I'm not going nearly enough fast. Do 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 do. That's fine. I'm not even sure if I'm going the right direction. I'm just sort of running in a direction. I don't think killing stuff increases my timer with this one. I'm not even particularly sure it does in the other one. Ooh, that slowness is not gonna help. Oh. Oh. That one was significantly easier. Like, significantly easier. Boom. Power crystal. It's a green crystal, Jack. Come on. So yeah, like, that was fun to watch, and I also got to watch the first episode of the hardcore Curse of Strahd campaign, and God, is that funny. I probably already mentioned it on the Friday stream, but I absolutely love it. It's stupid fun, and nobody takes themselves hugely seriously, except for the one character that the whole point is he is the serious character, you know? But other than that guy, like, everybody's just sort of like playing the fun character, and it's just so fun to watch. And also adding in the fact that, like, at any point somebody could just in a combat die is such a fun, like, little thing that, I don't know, it keeps my attention more, you know? Oh, these little things, they always do like 1 or 2 damage to me. But you can see why I don't think this weapon's like incredible later on, much as I love it. But yeah, it's really been fun to watch, and some of the characters, like, you've got Crowned you playing a very, very serious character in Lady Arwen, who I think is a really obvious Bloodborne reference. If it isn't, then it's a very weird coincidence. But yeah, it's him playing that as the super serious, really nice guy. Oh, gal, sorry. Then you've got all these wacky characters, like a former, like, chore boy of a knight. who is just like almost is like comically uncharismatic because he rolled so horrendous on his charisma. But is like this wizard that's I don't know, there's loads of funny bits he does. They had Joe, who props on him for like the last minute like joining of the group because of a medical emergency on Kiro's side. Props to him for just joining it, and like he's so good at making characters. Like it shows that he's also a DM because goddamn is he great at being a player. And I've realized a lot of the time that the people that I really think are good characters, who I'm always so impressed with their ability at making characters, a lot of them also happen to be DMs. Which makes sense because they probably got experience making hundreds of characters in the sense of NPCs and stuff, you know? How did he know when where I was gonna hit? So yeah, he has this character whose whole shtick is he's a pirate cleric who is worshipper of the god of love. I think it's like the god of love and like the arts and stuff. And it's he's a pirate that loves stealing, and so his whole shtick is that if he loves it, then she's like, do it. That's his logic. But his isn't like the arts or something. It's just like being a pirate. And he has there's this running joke in the episode that I just found hilarious, which was just him going, "Oh, you don't do that. That's a bad omen." And he just said everything was a bad omen, and they were like, "Is there any good omens?" And he's like, very little." Where are you? There you are. So yeah, he was very funny as well. Then there was what was her name? There was Junie's character who is like another cleric of Tempest, who's supposed to be this cleric of the god of destruction, but really was just sort of like the punching bag of the actual clerics of the god of like destruction. And so they're just constantly like, that's not something I'd expect from a follower of this guy. And she's like, look, I was just like a blimmin' chore girl, really. And initially, people were like, it's Thomas 2.0, who's a famous character from the first series, but because that's the sort of general accent she gave them. But the longer it went on, the more she changed it, and it became its own character. Now it kind of sounds like Miss Piggy, but it's like a really nice and like wholesome character. Who also is just sort of one of those ones that's like, hey, can we stop doing bits and just continue on? But like subtly, obviously, like you need those two with Crowned and Junie being there. They're very much the people that keeps it grounded, so that it's not just constant bits. I think people would say that was the problem with the Goblins of IO, is that there wasn't one of those, but I don't know, I think it went really well. But it's good to always have a couple of those, and that's what the veterans are there for. But yeah, it's very, very funny. I highly recommend it because I'm not doing it justice. Like, it's so fun. At least I had myself like laughing out loud several times. Well, trying to stop myself from laughing out loud because it was that funny. And so I would honestly suggest. suggest watching it if you get the chance, or if you are so inclined to watch D&D stuff. Hey, stop jumping at me. I've never seen it do that attack before. Does it still attack you after you jump on his head? It kind of doesn't feel like it. I feel like it stops the attack, which is good. Okay, is there any more I need to kill? No. I just have to find the exit, which takes me a while, honestly. It takes me a decent amount of time, I'll tell you that much. I kind of like what I have. I don't have a nose for you. Boom, next area. Like, I don't have the blue key, I have the green key, and I have the red key. So I can go and get that stuff, but I kind of just want to leave, because they don't give you a lot. Like, I could get a power cell, but do I even care about a power cell? Ooh, that's the area that I need to get to. I hate the ones that shoot at you and you can't block it. I could have tried to dodge that. Oh well, we got through it. But yeah, that was really, really fun. Thursday was kind of a rest day. Oh, I talked about that. I talked about watching the hardcore and everything. Friday, we did some more Neverwinter, and we got to that boss that I've got no idea how I'm gonna beat. I've got 2 bosses that I'm sort of stuck at that we're going into this week fighting. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how I do against them, you know? Because on one hand, like, having interesting and cool bosses to fight against is always good. But on the other hand, if I'm continually losing to it, I think after like 3 attempts, it stops becoming fun and starts becoming like annoying. Maybe it's dependent on, like, I don't know. I personally, I guess I've watched people attempt a lot more stuff a lot more times than 3 or 4 and still watched it. The thing is I don't know. I don't know how much it is with other people, but like, I don't really change my strategy a lot when I'm going into these. Most of the time it's, oh, it didn't work that time, I'll just brute force it. I'm a heavy brute force kind of guy in terms of getting through problems in games and stuff. I probably should preface in games. Why are they doubling back on me? That's not fair! No, I'm not. I want my safe spot to be able to hide. So you die. Look, the damage isn't the best, but it gets rid of big enemies, I guess. God, that didn't even kill it. But yeah, it was it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm hoping that there'll be people in the chat that could potentially help me in the Neverwinter one, because generally there's a decent amount of people that appear in the chat in the Neverwinter stream. I'm lucky that I always get like people that can help me. And if not, I'll just brute force it like I was doing before. When I need to, I've got the stubbornness to continually to try something over and over and over and over and over again until it succeeds. I've got the stubbornness, the problem is I don't have the, you know, come up with actual ideas to make it even better kind of thing. But we'll find a way. We'll find a way through both of them. If it means I have to look up, like, tutorials or something, then I'll look up tutorials. Not with the blimmin'... Let me hit you! Right. So yeah, we'll be fine. Boop, 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 boop. I can't believe I got through that with no damage. Did you see how I instinctively went to duck under the attack? Chance to fire twice? Is that better than chance to deal burn? I lose reload speed, I lose damage against flying. No, I keep that. I get fire rate, I get damage against frozen. I already have that. You know what, why not? It's got a higher number on it, so I pick it. And that's probably a stationary enemy. You can live. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. I don't know if that's doing more damage. I've got a sneaking suspicion it isn't, but I've made my decision and I definitely am not backtracking. There's one thing you need to know about me is backtracking is unlikely unless I'm playing a role-playing game, in which case it's very likely that I will backtrack if it means that I can get like a unique bit of dialogue or a companion like to like me. Boop ba doop ba doop ba doop. You're dead. So yeah, Friday's one's gonna be interesting. As is the Wednesday one in terms of the boss fights. I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna be doing incredible against them, but I feel like if I don't get, my guess is I'll beat one of them, and I'm hoping it's the. Ooh, which one am I actually hoping for? I guess I'm hoping for the Rogue Trader one, because I don't want the sort of like the series that I'm the most like proud of, I guess is the word. Because it's the one that's been going on for the longest, and I very much like both what I'm doing in it. But I kind of wish I could have found a game that's like that, and I don't think there's a game that I potentially would fit into a similar category, but I've played it so much that I don't think I would have as much fun with it as I did with Rogue Trader. And it's kind of a niche category to do when you've got like, you want a CRPG, but you don't want it to be overly hard because you're bad at the game. Let's take that. Screw shock damage, I'm not being shocked. You don't want it to be like overly hard, and you want there to be a decent amount of like voice stuff and story stuff. And you want the graphics to be okay, and you want it to be in a world that you like. So, you know, there's not that many that fit there. I think a definite one, like kind of as soon as I sort of forget the story, because it's sort of a bit fresh in my mind already, would be to go through the Shadowrun series, because I love the Shadowrun series, and it's very similar in sort of like the game itself is generally quite similar to like what Rogue Trader's going for, in the sense of it's a heavily story-based sort of MMORPG, not MMORPG. Jesus, I got my head. Very sort of story-based RPG that's sort of like armor well in hand. Well, I'm probably gonna have this in my hand, so I'll take the armor and that. That sort of is in a sort of dark, dreary setting. Oh, I've never won against this guy. I've never won against this guy at all. I don't know why I didn't set off those, if I'm being honest. We're just gonna keep consistently shooting at him, because if we don't, we probably lose. And the reason I say that is because, as you can see, he destroyed a little area that we're standing on. I think that I didn't realize this when I started playing this. There's a decent amount of games a decent amount of bosses, I mean, that have what I like to call timers on them. In the sense of good luck if you don't kill them by the time the timer goes off, or else you're screwed. Because I don't know what happens once he destroys all of the blimmin' squares. And what do I do now? Oh, there's a second level. That's what I do with now. Is there a third level? There is. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind. I'm less panicked than I was before. No, no, no. I missed with the rocket. The rocket is kind of my only saving grace. The fact I missed with it is a huge problem. So I could have moved to the lower platform at any point, but I didn't. I might kill it. Yeah, first kill. I'll take this. That dude's pretty hard. There's another one that's just a worm that I don't understand why he's a boss. Because he just sits there and I like jump on his head repeatedly and that's it. He's dead. That's the end of it. Come on. Big whammies. That cell's not worth it. Oh. Well, these weapons don't feel like they're actually good in this fight, but... What are you selling? Picking up power cells or wrench triggers an explosion. Increase all damage against bosses. Probably want that. I'll take the wrenches as well, because it means I can gamble more. Big whammy, no whammy. Crystal powder. I mean, that's okay. Because now this Arctic rifle is feeling chilly. I'm sorry. Right, let's see what bonuses I have now. Because I don't have the blue one and I don't have the yellow one. So, I haven't reduced its health and I haven't suppressed the hack file reinforcements on the moon. I don't know what either of those mean. Because I've never actually gotten to the boss. Will this be the first time? Maybe. Probably not, based on these attacks I'm taking. Please, 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 please. Stop shooting me. Stop shooting me. Let me have a shot. This isn't fair. Who's shooting me? Stop shooting me. Why is everything so tanky? That's not fair. I'm not tanky. In comparison to you. Please stop attacking me. I've already lost half my health. I don't see where half of you even are. I just see the bullets. I just see the bullets. Oh, there's even a big bull. Oh no, I'm hacked. No, 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 no. If I stay in a corner, you can't hurt me even if I'm hacked. There's no point shooting him. He freaking teleports. They freaking teleport. Please, please stop. Please stop. I just want to see what the boss looks like. I don't expect to win against it. Please, stop moving close to me. It means your bullets have less time in the air before they hit me, which means I have less chance to dodge. Please. Yes, turn off, turn off. Okay, yeah, that's two more. Are you dead? Okay, 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 okay. It's not bad. They're starting to learn my patterns and shoot in areas that I am, which is worrying. But on the flip side, I think, have I finally gotten to the point where they're not... Is there like, are they not spawning new enemies? Have I gotten to that point? I hope to God I have. Oh, I was so close. Oh, I'm so pissed off at myself. I was so close. I tried my best. You know I tried my best. At least I hope you know I tried my best. By the way, could you imagine if I had my like mic like right here, like just here, like how bad it would be? Actually, that's not horrendous, but I don't want it right there. Like I want it like there. Do 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 do. I'll take Grandma's shotgun. What is that? Oh, sticky mines. I feel like this is seeded, this opening. Because I don't feel like the other areas are. Oh, why didn't I check? Is there anything directly behind me? Is there anything up here? There's gotta be. There's gotta be. No? Nothing? Gotta be something up here. No? I can't believe I actually did that. Frick. Frick, 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 frick. You know what? We're going for the screw this, we're going home strategy. It isn't actually a strategy, it's just something I made up right there to make it sound like I knew what I was doing. I'm gonna take this. Wait, you know what? No, that was on purpose. You leave your shotgun there, and then the next time you go into one of these, it's upgraded. Now, I'm gonna make the general assumption that you don't know, you've never played this game, or very little of this game, and so you believe exactly what I'm saying. That's not fair. That guy's made for people who aren't fast and can't dodge, which I feel like all guns are made to hit, but I feel like it's targeted with that one specifically. Because my serpentine method doesn't work. Yeah, I'll just take the health almost immediately. I've never used these fists, by the way, but they're an option. You can go fist build. This might be the gun I'm the best at using. I want to win once just to unlock the character that I think you get for winning. That's it. I mean, I want to win multiple times, but once would be acceptable. The yellow one. I fucking hate the yellow one. It's dead. It's the thing I always say about games. If there's a shield in a game, it's either bullshit in terms of overpoweredness, or is useless. It's only one of the other. It's either like a Bloodborne shield where it's borderline useless, or it's like a shield in, I don't know, like in Halo where you have to have a shield, the energy shield. Okay, it wasn't a good analogy because I couldn't immediately think of what is always good, like overpowered. But like that's not on me. That's on, I don't know, life. I don't know why I upgraded the junk arquebus because I'm getting rid of it almost immediately as soon as I get a weapon that's like remotely good. Probably a long-ranged weapon of some variety, because although this one is okay at range, like it's got a particularly long range for a shotgun. God, I love the design of this weapon. Shotguns are underrated. More people should use shotguns because they're just fun. Who cares if like, sure, oh look, I can hit really accurately with my machine gun. Screw the machine gun. I want to hit them with my shotgun. I want to shoot in a general direction and know that I've definitely hit. At least with something. We're going to ignore all those obvious shots that I took that even I could see coming from a mile away. You know how whenever you're watching somebody play a game and you're like, come on, how didn't you see that attack coming? I saw that attack coming, I could have dodged that. Well, normally, in those situations, the person who's actually playing, it's a lot harder when you're actually playing the actual game and, you know, you're seeing it from another perspective. You're not, like, actively reacting to everything. So it's normally not appropriate to actually say that. This is not one of those times. That was 100% dodgeable, and you as a person could 100% have done it. Just as you 100% could have made that jump. Burn damage. I'll take the Tommy gun. It might be a decent weapon to switch to. What I really want to get is this level up ability that I just casually went past when I was, because streamer brain or something. I don't know. I used to think that streamer brain wasn't a thing, and then I started streaming, and I was like, God, I'm worse than usual. And I'm normally very bad, so that's not helpful. Boom. So yeah, Friday was pretty cool. Saturday, I got to sort of look at some Lancer stuff with a couple of friends and somebody I'd never met before. And because they were friends, they sort of had met my friends through streaming. It's kind of the first person I had met tangentially through streaming, which was interesting because I'm so used to when it's like when we're not streaming, just, you know, using regular names. But because it was kind of like this, you know, this person you met via streaming, it was like using the like usernames. And I had a hard time. I had to make an active effort every time to make sure to say the right names. but being completely honest, I kind of just started generally like saying something and going, kind of just assuming that whoever I was talking to would know that I'm talking about them. And generally that works. Not a good long-term thing, but it sure as hell is a good short-term thing. And I'm all about short-term solutions for long-term goals. Which sounds inspirational, but when you actually think about it, it's more just putting it like a plaster on a blimmin'... on like a leak and going, yeah, that's fine. When actually it'll last like a couple days and then you have to deal with it again. But I did the obvious thing that I always do, which is get absolutely insanely nervous about meeting somebody new, and then as soon as it happens, just going like, oh, this is fine. I'm literally with like a bunch of my other friends. There is just one new person. The person's really chill. You know that because you literally watched them stream and they were perfectly fine. But you know how I am. Well, you know how people can be with worrying. This dude is piss easy, by the way. Why am I so blue? Oh, it's the game. I was like, why am I so blue? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's because the game was very blue. What does that attack do? Ah, it doesn't matter. Watch me say he's piss easy and then immediately die to him. Why did they burn that area? One of those bosses where if you're constantly moving, like I like to do, I don't think there's ever a situation that's like a problem. The only thing that gets me is I used to not know which way he was doing his spin. I think it's the same way every time, but I'm too scared to not just jump in case, even if it just... Maybe because that one time he decides to do it a different way. You know? There's always a chance. Quick. I always get myself trapped on like stuff in the back. It's that flamethrower attack that always seems to be the big thing for me. Well, oh, it's a laser. I just noticed it's a laser. I hope you can hear the music. If you can't hear the music, then... Look, I got no idea how I can help. I wish I could. I wish I had the knowledge to help. Ooh, lucky 13. Reroll perk? I don't really reroll my perks a lot. What happens in this game is what happens in all my games, where I won't upgrade yet. Where I just sort of don't do a lot of the mechanics, and then I'm like, why am I losing? And I'm like, oh. It might be because you're doing none of the mechanics that you're supposed to be doing. I actively thought that laser wasn't an attack for some reason. I thought that attack wasn't an attack or something. I don't really understand what I was thinking at that moment. Sorry about that. Weird how the basic enemy, all that changes with them is they get another attack. Anyway, what did I do Saturday? Not other than the thing I was talking about. I just sort of watched my friends do a collab in Vermintide, which, you know, normally when you're watching people play games, it makes you want to play the game they're playing. But I had a weird situation where all it made me want to do is play more Darktide. But the problem with Darktide is there's a problem I have when streaming that I have a guess at what it is, just sort of an educated guess, with my very limited knowledge of my college level knowledge of IT, where I've like learned nothing since, so it means obviously a fair amount of my knowledge is outdated and stuff. And even then, like, I was good at doing my homework. I'm not sure if I was good at retaining the information. I could maybe tell you some topography. Anyway, my general guess is that because I've got so many things plugged in, it's one of those situations where it actually briefly, when I'm playing a game that requires a lot of keyboard inputs and stuff, you know, like it's a high octane game, it briefly like overloads the computer and it has a problem. It like freezes up, and I can't have it freezing up when I'm playing a game like Darktide. Not just, I think the main reason why I can't have it freezing up with those ones compared to like this one is because I would be ruining other people's game, not just mine. You know, like that's a big thing for me. It's like I'm fine with ruining my own experience because it's my own experience. It's my own fault if I'm ruining it, right? If I'm ruining other people's experience, that's a big L. That's a big problem. Did I get it? Oh, I hope I got it. And so it's one of those things that I've always worried about when playing games with friends and stuff. You know, I'm like, oh, am I that bad that I'm ruining the experience? I think generally that part of it has sort of disappeared a bit the older I've gotten, because the more I've realized that, like, well, no, the experience, the fun of that game is playing it together, you know? It's not, at the end of the day, it's not the, I always check to see if I've somehow got the right thing for that. At the end of the day, it's not the fact that we're winning that's the, you know, the big deciding factor of whether you're having fun. It's that, you know, we're playing a game together, we're having fun together. But I occasionally comes out. I think the most notable time it came out was when we were playing a game of, I know I keep bringing it up, but playing a game of D&D, and I was playing a character. I decided to try and play a character that was a bit like a bit of a pompous asshole who like thought he was the best in the world, but like was quite obviously not. So I decided to play like an elf that like thought he was like the best hunter in the world, but actuality, like the best he'd ever hunted was a bear. In, you know, in a mystical world, the best he'd ever hunted was a bear, but he knew nothing bigger than a bear that wasn't, in his opinion, just like legend, you know? Because you imagine with how rare stuff like dragons and stuff are, you'd probably just assume they're fairy tales for the vast majority of people. And so his whole lot, he was like, thought he was the best, and I was trying to play the character like that, but instantly I was like, oh, but this character's kind of a dick, and am I making it annoying for other people and stuff like that? And even though when I brought this up to friends, they would always be like, nah, I was fine, mate. You're overthinking it again. It as much as it's obviously them being nice, and I really appreciate that they do it, it's sad that it just never seems to, no matter how much the people you're like playing with tell you, hey, this isn't a problem, you're gonna think it's a problem if you've got that in your head, you know? And so that's sort of one of the reasons why I'm a bit iffy on playing Darktide on stream, because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, I haven't given my best here, and because of it, these people have not been able to play their game. I've been holding them back, you know? Especially when it's with randos, I can't even ask like, hey, sorry about that, or like, you know, they don't know that my skill before going into it. But we'll see. It definitely, watching my friends play Vermintide definitely made me want to play some Darktide. But there's also a lot of games coming out that I also want to give a try, that, I don't know, maybe we'll play on stream, maybe we won't. I might play it both on stream and with friends, which would be a cool thing. Like, play through it, maybe like see how I play one sort of build with my friends and then play a different build with someone else, you know? We'll see when it comes out. I'm talking about Space Marine, by the way. Or maybe I'll play some online. I don't think I'll be incredible at it, but I'd give it a try. I'd give it the old college try. If I'm having fun playing the combat, I'll gladly play the multiplayer, especially if I can customize my character. Ooh, if I could play like a salamander, I'd love to play a salamander in I kind of feel like I'm gonna die here, but I also kind of feel like if I die here, it's sort of my own fault. If I can't... Yeah, cool. I could have jumped through that door and gotten a heal, but I felt like if I didn't win there, I was never winning the whole thing. I mean, fire rate's always good. They loved so much that I used it once, they gave it me again. I love it because its range is still, like, decent. And it reminds me a lot of Borderlands. Like I forget what it's called, but the company that Handsome Jack owns, they make these like orange and white guns, if I remember correctly. And I rep Handsome Jack because Handsome Jack is called Jack, and Jack stay together. Do 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 do. Boom. Reload gun. Freaking love this gun. Even if I don't take the weapon in here, I always like to come into these areas so that I could get something. At least I get like a passive like this. that increases my shock damage, because these kinds of guns, I need to get as much physical damage as I can get on this weapon. Not specifically physical damage, but like just as much damage as I can, so that they can one-shot stuff that I want them to be one-shotting, and potentially two-shotting the... I want to be one-shotting the little enemies and two-shotting the regular enemies, you know? I'll take the rhino. Because it's one of my favorite animals. It's not actually, it's probably... Well, it might be top 10. Oh, I got a shield? Ah, it's the one I don't really use, so it's not that useful. Could be completely useless, but this one's fine. Okay, I'm not one-shotting these anymore, but it is from distance, in fairness. I love just sending the rocket to kill that. I think it might be one of the reasons I do so well. Like it's not an insignificant reason, in my opinion. If you think about it, like that's like a decent amount of XP that I just wouldn't get if I was playing a different class. Although there is a part of me that's like, the later I get on, the more damage I start taking. So is there a logic towards going the... what's it called? Like the basic dude? So that I get the invincibility that I can just add to get out of any like sticky situation. But no, I feel like I don't want to win with the handicap of just having invincibility. I'm saying that. Like, if you want to win like that, win like that. I feel like I'm having a lot of fun with this character, and I kind of want to stick with this character, you know? Boom. I love that there's a door here. I just wish I could activate it. I have no idea what this paintbrush does, by the way. Every 2 seconds, deal critical damage, and dealing critical damage reduces rocket cooldown. Auto crit up. Rolling the dice. Give me. Okay. It's better than nothing. 1, 2, 3. I didn't think I'd get that. I really didn't think I'd get that. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Putting up the shield. Don't know how good the shield is. It wasn't bad. I got complacent though. It was there though. Okay, we're gonna go straight forward because the last time I went right and I missed the pool area that I could go to. Nice. I mean, it doesn't one-shot anymore, which is a shame. But it still does okay. Oh, straight ahead might have been the correct decision. Also, what I like is when I shoot the rocket, it auto-aims so that I don't have to think about generally shooting. And in addition to auto-aiming, it also probably kills it. I'm so happy that this weapon does so much damage. Another game that I'm potentially hankering to play again, Deep Rock Galactic. That game seems fun. And I remember I played a bit with my friends a while back, and I had a decent amount of fun. I'm horrendous using the map, so I don't do very well when I'm on my own. But when I'm playing with friends, that game's quality. Absolutely quality. What does this do? Increase efficiency? I'd probably take that. Increase all damage by half of your bonus movement speed. I don't have a lot of bonus movement speed. Why did you get that hat? How did you get that hat? Where can I get that hat? I want that hat, okay? Like, I am only using this shotgun, but I don't have the perk that means I can only use this shotgun. And there's a part of me that's kind of like, you should just use your other gun because you're just you're just making yourself artificially weaker. But on the other hand, this weapon's it reloads pretty fast. It kills almost everything I'm fighting. If it doesn't kill, most of the time it turns them off. You know, unless they're elite, but I can't base all of my like problems on the elites. Those things are like, the whole reason they're here is so that you can have an easier boss, from what I can gather. And that shield one, yeah, the more I go on, I thought that was the weakest. It might actually be the most annoying. Damn, I thought that was an enemy. This is the weapon this is the thing I was talking about. We're taking it. Every time I reload, I can throw a grenade. The grenade does a decent amount of damage. But more importantly, it's just a buff to my one gun, but I'm only allowed one gun. But most of the time I'm using only one gun, so it's just for me, it's kind of just a strict buff. Oh, it's turret again. I feel like it's predestined, but doesn't stop me from being surprised every time. Okay. I'm not doing great here. Need to just keep clicking this button, Jack. Keep clicking this button. Oh, he's down. He's down. He's injured. Hit him with the steel chair. Nobody's looking. No. Missiles do nothing. Don't burn this area. What did I say about not burning the area I'm standing in? Such a weird attack, that. Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to burn the area that I was in. I only had one wedge left. Boom. You're dead. I'm on fire, but it doesn't matter because you're dead. Simple maths. Quick maths. I won. Shotgun versus me equals dead. For you. But I gotta specify, it's for you. Damage by 20% after dealing. Meh. Yes. What do you give me? No. Increase burn damage but decrease no. I hate that they teleport. Why do they teleport? Why can't... You know, I'd understand it if the melee ones teleported. But the fact that even the ranged ones teleport is, annoying. I'm not gonna say bullshit, because they're not like... They don't insta-kill me every time I fight them. So I can't really call it bullshit. That guy is... I kind of wish... That dude feels like he's a first level enemy. This guy. I don't want to be mean to him, but he's like, I'm going to attack here, and then even if you wait all that time and you don't move, doesn't mean anything. While top quality is active, increase crit chance, sure. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get this. Oh, I got it. It was worth it. It's worth all the damage I took. Do. Dead. Boom. Okay, come. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, the fact I can one-shot it, even if I could two-shot it, just such a good ability. Thing is, this area most of the time is not what kills me. What kills me is the arena, because it just gets rid of all the ways you can block the sight of the enemy. By the way, I'm so looking forward to I'm so looking forward to Clash at the Castle, which is this week, which is wrestling, by the way. I'm so looking forward to it. Always a big fan whenever it's wrestling that's happening in the UK. And it's a pretty good lineup, honestly. A lot of big names. I kind of wish... But decrease the radius? Yeah, sure, why not? I kind of wish we got like LA Knight, which would have been really fun, but we didn't. We're getting Drew McIntyre. We're probably going to get him... maybe potentially we're going to have CM Punk try to cash in on him and then fail. To set up more of that. This is going to be really fun. We're getting a nice I Quit match, which is going to be really interesting. With a heel AJ Styles. I think there's a non-small chance that he gets it. He wins. Because he's going to have the help of the Good Brothers. And he's got, like, he's going to be healing it up. So he probably is going to cheat a couple times. So I think there's a chance. And I wouldn't be horrendous with... yeah, sure. I wouldn't be horrendously against it. Like, I don't think Cody Rhodes needs an incredibly long... Oh, reload speed, please. I don't think he needs an incredibly long reign, really. But yeah, I'm really getting into my wrestling recently, and with the subscription I got to WWE, effectively just to watch the pay-per-views. I'm so looking forward to this one, to watch it in like proper high quality. And then there's these people I watch with called Cultaholic, and I just effectively watch along with them. And it's just so fun. It's so freaking fun. But it's like you're with a bunch of friends who really like it. And I don't have any friends who are particularly into wrestling. Ooh, increase the damage of the hot potato. That's a hot blimmin' jacket potato. I think the only problem I've got with this build is obviously my ranged. At range, my damage goes significantly worse. Oh, thank God I hit that one with the blimmin' shotgun blast before I went down. Because I think I would have gotten shot an extra time there. Ooh, here's the bad part. Okay, we just need to kill. We just need to kill. You reckon there's a logic behind keeping enemies that you can easily dodge alive so that they're not getting filled with enemies you can't dodge? I think there's a logic behind that, but I don't think I'm nearly high enough in my abilities to start doing that. And I don't think it has a huge effect, really, because what you're gaining in dodgeability, you're losing in blimmin', like, actually kills, you know? I don't think it's worth it, but it was an interesting sort of thought experiment to think about. I hate this big dude. There's a chance that if I have to, I just leave without killing this big guy. Does so much damage. Well, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's got a lot of health. Lot of freaking health. These dudes are kind of like a sleeper. Like, I initially thought that they were nothing and I could easily dodge them. But the more I play, the more I realize that actually, I'm getting hit by them a lot. Like, a lot. Yeah, I want to upgrade that. Yeah, do I want to upgrade the quality of my shotgun now? It's pretty high quality already. Fully restore HP is useless. This is also useless. I'll take the power cells. Let's roll the dice. Here's hoping for big money. You just say oof. Let's try that again. Power cell, not worth it. You selling anything good? I could upgrade the quality. I don't think it's worth. I like what I have already. Interesting that now only 2 shots stuns, whereas before it would 1 shot stun. That must also go up when you level up. That takes 3 shots. Oof. I'm not sure that's going to be viable to get every time now. Each 4 shots increase the weapon damage by shot damage by 60%. It's a lot of increases, but it's actually not a lot when you have 6 bullets. That just means the final 2 bullets are a little bit stronger. I'm not sure what you're doing. You didn't hit me in melee twice when you were within melee distance. Ooh. Sanity. I don't understand these guys. I assume they buff their like fire rate or something, but like they put a shield over themselves when they're on somebody. You sort of have just to assume in that one that you are gonna land on it. Increase the weapon damage but decrease the fire rate. That's probably worth it. I wonder if it's notable. Oh, it is kind of noticeable. Before it was like shoot, shoot. Now it's shoot, shoot. Like it does the now. I mean, it should be fine generally, but it is slightly annoying. Oh, but the damage is noticeable. The damage is significantly noticeable. I wonder if you could double up on the buffs. So you could have the buff that gives you the shield and the buff that has increases the fire rate but gives the thing that gives the fire rate a shield. If you could, that'd be kind of funny. I wonder if it's worth keeping the ones that increase their fire rate, or just because I don't know if I've ever been like, damn, I wouldn't have been hit by that if it had a lower fire rate. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been the contributing factor. Unless it buffs, like, your damage. It does mean I'm missing more, because I just spam the button and I'm not always on them because of all the teleporting. You know what I'd love? There's a really rare perk you can get where when you take damage, temporarily you'll get like an invulnerability bubble around you. I'd love that. Too high level? It's only level 8. Do I upgrade it? Does it keep shock? Does it keep shock though? That's important. I have to do it. It kept shock, it gained pierce, it gained last, and it gained ricochet. Do you have anything cool? I'm supposed to be remembering these by the way, but I'm not. Just straight up not. No, I don't like ones that increase but decrease something. Don't know why ice is the level they want me to go in. I was under the assumption it took whatever damage type you were using, and then if you weren't using any damage type, it would choose like a random one, but I'm quite obviously using shock. I'm fine with dealing with ice though, because I'm not particularly sure which one's worse. Because like, fire is damage over time, shock is like hacking, or like this, stunning. Oh, that was clutch. And then freezing is you take more damage, but also you are slowed. Which sounds like the worst now that I've said it, but I guess it can add up to being much scarier than the others. Taking an enemy with a crit damage and just increase my weapon damage. I wonder what happens if I get like too much levels. Do you reckon there's an upper limit? There's upper limit. I don't think I've hit it ever, but I wouldn't be able to tell you if I had, because I'm not even really sure where the XP bar is. Never mind. Never mind if I'm being shortchanged on it. These ones where there's not like anywhere you can hide. Like, I like hiding and sort of limiting which enemies can shoot me and which enemies I can shoot. You can't do that in these ones. You just gotta deal with the enemies as quick as possible. I guess. I don't really know. I just run around and hope. That's a lot of what I do. Hoping. Jesus. Do you see that? Damn near hit me. You know what I found out recently that I didn't realize I liked watching, but now that I've watched some like entertaining people talk about it and play it, I think I actually do. It's speedrunning. When you have entertaining people commentating over it, or like explaining like what they're doing, if they're actually doing it, I realized that I actually have a lot of fun watching speedruns. And it might just be the one I was watching, but like I watched it for like a long time. It wasn't just a quick thing. Increase damage to turrets in case turrets come up. Are you a turret? You kind of look like a turret. You kind of might one of, if not the hardest bosses for me. I think you're dying really quickly. This is the attack that's scary. I'm not really sure I can dodge it very well. I'm not sure how I'm dodging the middle attacks, by the way. Just heads up. God, I'm really getting this stun off. How did that miss? Me? Like, how did he miss me? How am I dodging these attacks? I really don't know. Fire rate. Yeah, why not? Bing, 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 bam. I really need to up the damage on this thing though. Headlong damage, reloading increases fire rate for 20 seconds. I kinda like that. Rolling the dice, rolling the dice, give me something good. 6 power cells, thank you very much. Boost rocket cooldown, no, I'm not taking hacking, I can't deal with hacking. I wish the upgrade guy here was here, the chef. How did it already... Oh. Okay, I thought it hacked me. I do like that they all look different and they all have different things they do. I give them that. But goddamn are they annoying. But that's the whole point of them, they're supposed to be annoying. If they weren't annoying, they wouldn't be playing their job, doing their job right. The mistake, I saw that coming and I wasn't able to dodge it. Kidding me? Come on. You have so much health and now you're wasting it away. Look at this. What are you doing? You had a good build. Real good build. Well, not anymore. You got through that fight with no problem, and now I feel like you've hit every attack that this big worm thing has done. It's a caterpillar, Jack. It's caterpillar. It's obviously a caterpillar. I know it's your enemy, but don't blimmin' mis-species it. And then all that healing you were to get. Blimmin' wasted it. You wasted it. What are you doing? Boop boop. Let's go at it from this direction. That doesn't make it any better. Why did I get hit by the first attack? I think the fact that I'm getting hit by basic attacks is very worrying for my chances of winning. Oh, there's another bug! I didn't do good against the first bug. Never mind the second bug. You, stop that. Stop shooting at me. Maybe it's because I'm not jumping enough. Maybe there's that. Maybe it's because it's not... No, it's not jumping. I need healing. I need healing, like, immediately. I needed it yesterday. And I'm not gonna get it. That way. Green is not healing as much as I'd like it to be healing. No! Screw you! Stay away, stay away. Stay away, stay away. Good, you're dead. Next. What's flying towards me? No, it's disappeared. I thought I saw you on the map. I guess not. Reckon there's a level up perk that's like full heal? No, but this is decent. Any form of healing, I take. No. Missiles don't hit me. What the heck is that kind of shot? The lasers, but they turn? Lasers don't turn. I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure lasers don't turn. Okay. Now it's just you and me, and maybe everything over here that I've aggroed. Okay, now it's just you and me. A guy who likes you to be close range, and a dude who has only a short range weapon. Hey, this is an honourable duel. You not heard of honor? Hey? I'm fighting this dude one-on-one. Stop butting in. Where's the next victim? This way. No shooting me. No barrel roll. I got hit by that. I got hit by that. I got hit by you because I didn't even see you. I liked being at 200 HP. It made me feel like I had a sense of safety. And now you've ruined that. You've ruined my 200 HP. I'm now only on 197 and I have to beat the flying one. The flying one that I'm specifically the worst at. I'm not actually the worst at the flying one. That's a lie. That was hyperbole. Hyperbole. Die. Yeah. Look at that healing. Look at that healing. That's what I like to see. Why are they able to predict where I'm going to go so easily? It's almost like they have a mind that works specifically incredibly much more faster than me. Do I just leave? Kind of feels like this is a leave angle. Oh, it's closed. Why is it closed? Oh, because this isn't the right door. Stop shooting at me. Stop shooting at me. Ooh, red door. Give me health. Health? Shock damage. Ooh, that's just damage from me. Ooh, and damage from this. Okay, where do I go now? For some reason I thought that was map. What's map again? No? Is that... That's map. I immediately lost what map was there for a second. Normally I keep those things alive because with how you move, you normally don't get hit by them. But with how I'm moving today, they don't deserve to live. They don't deserve to live. We're gonna go get the green chest because the green chest might have healing or a way to increase my healing. Or, you know, an ice cream. It could have anything. Yeah, I'll take that. No ice cream, but I guess a power cell is... It might be a robot's ice cream. I think it's bottom left, if I had to guess. I think it's probably there, like near the blue door that I don't have the blue key for. Ooh, enemy. Thank God it's an enemy that doesn't really attack you, it just mildly inconveniences you. I say mildly, actually it's very, very major. Do 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 do. wonder if there's a... I've already said that. I'm repeating myself, I'm that worried. While you have no scratch and damage, increase armor. No, I think I'll just take the increase to magazine, because like one extra shot is not insignificant, you know? It's not insignificant. Oh, hello. Didn't even see you. It is Roboquest in time. Let's take this, Roll in the dice. Nice. That's useless because I never re-roll my perks. You don't need to apologize. There's no obligation to blimmin' watch any of my stuff. Besides, I know you've been busy with all the blimmin' things that you've got on. You've given yourself so many projects. I don't understand what... I could never do that. This way. Boom. I hate the flamethrower turrets. Flying flamethrower turrets. They are my least favorite. I think I got frozen by a frozen turret. I don't know if you can call them turrets if they don't shoot, but they kind of shoot. I'm gonna count them. Jesus, it takes like 3 to 4 hits now with those guys. My damage is not scaling, but I don't think you're supposed to have a scaling damage. I think it's supposed to increasingly be more and more hits for each attack. Like, that's the point. Like, I still think I've got high damage for this sort of area. It's just this area's supposed to generally have more health. Like, I can still two-shot some of the smaller stuff. That's probably good enough. Parkour time. Jump, jump. Oh, jump. Ah, I didn't do it perfectly. Yeah, it's kind of a shotgun, but like its range is so good that like it's not a big deal. What? Oh, it's the ice one. Yeah, I think my damage is still there. I think it's just whenever I deal with one of those elites, I immediately think, oh god, I don't have enough damage. But it's just because I'm fighting an elite at that point, you know? And the elites are literally made for being incredibly tanky. And by the way, if you're playing this game and you don't like the elites, which are completely fair, they are arguably like some of the harder enemies. Well, they are the hard enemies. If you don't like them, from what I can gather, if you don't have any of the crystals active, I think you just get either significantly less of them or like none of them. Because every crystal I'm adding is adding more chances for these elites to appear. This is what I'm sort of getting from the general, from like context clues, and I think they effectively said it, but it's been a while since I looked at it. So it's like you increase the difficulty of the game before the boss, so that the boss itself is like easier, which is interesting. Like, it's an interesting concept, and I think I always do it because the boss, I seem to remember the boss in this being particularly strong. Oh, almost did it. Shock damage deals... Who's shock damage? No, I like the stun. The stun has saved my life. Do. Dead. Boom. Is this... Oh, I gotta go that way. I'm kind of just avoiding the enemies when I can, because... For one, I hate that enemy. And two, like, any health that I keep means that I get more when I'm... Like, I guess you do get the heal, but it's only 40%, so if I get below 40%, like, I'm starting to make it so that I don't have full health for the final area. And the... You blimmin' annoyance. You mild annoyance. I love that the bomb guys, like, they are there at the start, and they stay as a potential enemy to the very end, because they're just annoying enough that even at endgame, they're still annoying. Now, who's the boss gonna be? I hope it's not the bee. I have a problem against the bee. It might be the bee, though, but... Oh, it's that guy? Old Uncle Jim? I kind of remember Uncle Jim being kind of easy. But I did just immediately take damage, just randomly from acid. Okay. I'm failing at the first hurdle. That person is also invincible at the moment, because... reasons? Okay, this is going less well than I initially expected. Oh, frick. I'm gonna die. Yeah, die. No. I don't like that laser. I don't like that laser at all. Uncle Jim, please. Be a good uncle. What happens when it gets to the top? What do I do? What happens when the acid gets to the top? Please tell me it doesn't just stop. Please die. Please die. Please die. What? Oh. I was doing so well. Okay, one more run, because I had a lot of fun with that one. I need to... I don't know what I did wrong there. I think it was just loads of stupid bits of damage. I think we'll just go with increased elemental damage and then just pick anything that has elemental. None of them have elemental. I'll take the boomerang because it's cool. Yeah. God, this boomerang's bad. God, the boomerang is really bad. The fact that I reload it as well. What's the logic behind that? Oh, the range. Although, in fairness, I think you can do this early area with a pistol and like whatever your special ability is, really. Oop. Dead and dead. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I made it. Is this a good gun? It's better than that. None of these... Give me something with blimmin' elemental damage. I literally picked the thing that was all about elemental damage. No. Oh, frick, that's not a good sign. I don't like this weapon. It flips too much. Look at this dude. Die. Why are you teleporting and using blimmin' magic? One level 1. That's not right. You don't see anyone else doing that. That's also not a gun that blimmin'... Okay, I'll take it, because it's probably better than the boomerang, but... I'd very much appreciate if one of these... for each fury... I'll take... Let's go fire. I like fire. Damage over time means that you can deal with a lot of stuff. None of these are elemental again. So I'll take the carbine because I have quite a lot of fun with the carbine. Bang! I love single target, lots of damage guns. I like one-shotting enemies. I think I've realized that. Ah, I got it, I got it, I got it. Yeah. Worth that damage. What I like in this game is you kind of... Like, damage, with how much healing there is around, damage doesn't really matter unless you go below 40%. In which case you're dealing with... You're not going to fully heal. There might be like a hard mode. Well, I know there is a harder mode than what I'm doing right now. That adds something that lowers like how much healing you get. Although I'd love it if it was one of those modes where like it adds another mechanic into it. Well, I'd kind of love it and hate it. Because if I'm playing the game and I just can't deal with anything harder than easy, I would be kind of annoyed if there's literally a mechanic I'll never see. What with the blimmin'... Okay, you're dead. Okay, I'm not the best shot with this, but I do have a lot of fun with it. What do I do? Elemental damage instantly executes enemies with less than 8 remaining HP. I mean, it's good. I'm getting a lot of elemental synergy, but with no elemental weaponry, it's kind of not useful, you know? So I'm really hoping for an elemental weapon. That does shock damage. It's not my favorite weapon. But it's probably better than nothing. Rolling the dice, give me something good. How is my luck? Good old Smithy Joe. Hey Smithy Joe, you got anything good? No. Get better quality stuff, Smithy Joe. Okay. The gun doesn't do a ton of damage and actively slows down my speed, but it could be worse. Ah, the damage isn't that bad. I'm overreacting there. And I will continue to overreact. As soon as I look at an enemy and I'm like, I'm not killing this fast enough, I will overreact. No, it's that enemy. I hate that enemy. I'm saying that, I hate any enemy that'll hit me, which is most enemies. Yeah, I don't care. Keep flashbanging me. Like, it doesn't do anything really in the scheme of things. Okay, I missed. I was talking to my I had a weird day at work today where I was talking to my boss, who, like the big boss, that like the kind of guy who for some reason doesn't stay in the country for more than, well, I know why the reason. He doesn't stay in the country long enough for him to be considered technically, like, I don't know the specifics of it, but he doesn't like stay in the country long enough for tax reasons. Like, he switches countries. Like, it's not illegal, but it's also like, yeah, it's one of those weird tax evasion things that the rich do. Anyway, I was talking with him over the phone, because obviously he's in like Barbados or something. And he was, you know, it's always like a bit of a boost to your like self-confidence when the first thing he says is, I wish we could make copies of you, because like that would be really useful. Like it kind of was out of nowhere, because I'm not really used to him joking, but it was just like, I really wish we were able to make copies of you, because there's so much blooming work that we've got to get done. I'm like, oh, like on one hand, oh, that means you're gonna give me a lot of work, but on the other hand, oh, that means that you'd like want to make more of me, like I'm like valued in some capacity, which is always nice to know, right? But yeah, generally quite busy today. Like, not busy, but like, I was taken off one thing that was apparently urgent to literally do a different thing that was also apparently urgent, which shows that, like, I don't know, maybe a lack of people. But yeah, it was quite fun to know that, at least to a certain extent, he values me. Hopefully that's reflected in a pay increase. I think that's unlikely though. Ooh, what's this gun? It does shock. I do shock. It does hitting weak points do criticals. Okay, I like that weapon. Ooh, it's my favorite gun, and it does fire damage. Oh, I have to take it. Oh, I really do. Bring it on. Oh god, that gun takes a while to reload. That's interesting. I love that these enemies just run at you with their fists. They're like, oh, you've gotten too close, fuck it, we're going into fist mode. Heal? Damage. Damage. Boom, boom, boo, doo, doo. Do, 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 do. Boom. Boom. Okay, well, it might be useful as like a long-ranged weapon, but I don't find myself using long-ranged weapons that often. I think, you know what it is I value the short-ranged weapons more, because a lot of the time, and especially in the earlier areas, what you're dealing with is mostly enemies that are quite close, you know, in tight areas, which means they can't really use the fact that they can get further away from you as like a possible strategy. Whereas like later on, it becomes a lot more open, the areas. I think that's one of the reasons why I favor the shotguns. It also helps that it just means that I hit, you know? I fire the gun and I know I hit. If I've shot in the general direction. Wow, that did not go for the person I thought I aimed for. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. These guys are really weird because they're the only enemy where actually no, I guess there's a couple enemies that do this. Where like the way that you dodge quote unquote their attacks is by not moving. Like they're shooting in a way that won't hit you, assuming that you will move so that it does hit you. They're always interesting enemies in the games because they're piss easy if they're on their own, but once you put them with other stuff that is actively shooting at you, you realize very quickly that they're not easy. Here's one personal experience. Now we are getting a decent amount of stuff in this fight, but I will say we are going up against arguably one of the harder early game bosses. In that these elites can easily kill me. Easily. Especially the blue one and the one with the shield. That guy, I can take or leave him. Is the blue one there? No, it's the hacking one. I hate that I've learned which one's which. Hopefully I never get the blue one. I guess just like in Power Rangers, the blue one's actually the strongest. Because the blue one's normally the smart one, right, in Power Rangers? And normally you're like, that one's really the smart one, but that's really like the strongest one because it's smart. Oh, there he is. There's the blue one. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, please. Please, no. They're keeping me away from you so that you can continue to hit me. You're orchestrating them, aren't you? Yeah. I got this. Joke's on you. I can beat you. And I get crystal powder. That's really useful. That can mean I can unique my things. My weapons. That's the word I was looking for. A cannon? An ice cannon? An ice cannon? Maybe. I like explosions more. I'm more of an explosions guy. Every 2 shots trigger an explosion. It's like it heard me. Ooh, card. I wonder how many of these cards I have now. I've killed a fair amount of enemies and got a fair amount of cards from them. Yeah. I should have used that rocket ages ago. It would have been off cooldown by now. Okay, now I just increase explosive damage and I have a super-powered attack. Look, mate, I just don't think you have your third world material. Wait, that sounds wrong. You're not third level material, random dude who just charges at me. You leave too much time before you charge at me, and you don't charge at me particularly fast. Look, it's nothing personal. Believe me when I say I'd love for you to be 3rd level material, but you're 1st level at most. I'm sorry, and that's the lowest level. You're borderline tutorial. If I get hit by you, then I'm seriously got a problem. Cut to me literally getting hit by one in like a second. That one did nothing. I think that one was sort of short-circuiting because I wasn't shooting at it. And its default state is I'm shooting at it. Look at you, mate. Ugh. I'm going to call that one the Minotaur one because it does exactly what I expect a Minotaur to do in every game. If I see a Minotaur in a game and it doesn't have a charge that it hits into something and then gets stunned, I don't know what game I'm playing. Is that better? Fire several shots in quick succession, but I lose out on my volatile. And oh, I don't have an electric thing on this or any form of thing on this. No, it's not worth. I'll take the power cell. Do 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 do. A-do. What is it? Nah, it doesn't matter, it's not attacking me. Increase all burning. Oh, from that. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Increasing the rocket's never bad. See this? Like, having this little wall to hide behind? You just don't get them later on. That's the scariest part. Like, these enemies, infinitely more scarier when you don't have anything to hide behind. Because then you have to learn, like, their attack patterns and stuff. I don't even have time to learn attack patterns. I don't have pattern recognition. I'm basically a baby at this point. Increase freeze duration. Nah, I'll take the cherry. I like that I've gone better. I used to be incredibly scared of this world, the paradise world, because I just couldn't deal with the enemies. I'm showing improvements though. I think I'm showing a decent improvement, which I like to see. I'm always a fan of seeing obvious improvements. They grow up from a baby and then they learn, I'd argue. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, die. Boop, dead. Ooh, wait, there's a card over here. Whose card is it? Bullfly. Yeah, it's the bullfly that just needs to learn a new trick. I do like the ones that just run at me with no, like, ranged attack. And are just like, yeah, I'm gonna hold you down. What are you gonna do about it? Kill me? If you're killing me, you're not killing my friends. And that's just a strict bonus for me. Like, they're inherently made to be suicidal. Because they just run at you. They didn't even gain more armor because they're going in. No one thought to give them more armor. No one went, hey, I'm more ranged. You can have my extra armor plate for you who's going into direct battle with this enemy. Like, that one's got more armor. They gave that dude more armor. Yeah, but it doesn't want to explode. What it wants to do is it wants to get close to you and then like lock you in place, but it has no way of damaging you. So it is inherently like a debuffer tank, but they haven't given it the tanking ability. Like, obviously you don't armor your explosives. Like, that makes sense. If anything, armoring your explosives is just meaning that the explosion's probably going to be more contained in the armor. Or it could mean that there's more shrapnel. That's a possibility. Fucking blue. It's the blue one. I hate the blue one. Listen here, well, blue enemy. Don't ever show your face here, blue blimmin' elite. Ooh, that was solid. I've gotten so much better at killing those. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. I've gone longer than I actually expected to do this stream, just because I've been having so much fun with this game. I could play this game for hours. It's so much fun. You like this? Definitely not bolter, even though it's called a bolter. That definitely doesn't look like a bolter. I'm sure this is fine. This won't get them done in at all. You just... I hate that it laughs at me, and that I can't deny that its laughing is truthful. Oh good, it's just a green one. It's just a mohawk one. I admire your style of gaining a mohawk even though you're a robot. No, no, kill that one. Kill that one in particular. That was not intended, but looked freaking awesome. Maybe I should have lied and said that was intended. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this out loud. Die, heretic. Yes. Okay, that one's dead. Next one. Boop, 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 boop. I'm taking a bit more damage than I probably want to be. Ooh, this is a hard one. Let's try it. Boop, 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 boop. Fire rate, damage, yep, 100%. 20% damage is 100% worth it. I've been watching recently, there's a person called P-Chow. He used to be called Pokemon Challenges. And I've been watching him play this really hard, like, I don't know what you call it, like a ROM hack of Emerald, but like it has a load of the, you know, the modern Pokemon in it. And it's like, the whole point of it is that you should like get all the information that the enemy of what each of the trainers are, because each of the trainers is like a proper hardcore like fight, and it's made to be nuzlocked. So yeah, it's made for if you only get one Pokemon each route, and if the Pokemon dies, it's dead forever. And the whole point of it is it's made to be insanely hard. And so you like a lot of every gym leader has like at least one legendary, probably has a mega evolution, probably has some sort of mythical as well. Like but the challenge means that like every run that you do well in, you're like, this is insane, you know? And I've been watching him play through his latest one, which is he's gotten the furthest he's ever gotten, and it is kind of like watching like a soap opera or something. I saw somebody say in one of the comments, like, this is the modern equivalent of when like housewives and stuff would watch like cooking shows while like doing work and everything, because it's literally just something you have in the background that you're invested in, but like not a huge amount invested in. Which I found quite funny, because it's kind of true. What did I get? Oh, I got cryo. That's pretty decent. Anything I can get from you? Anything cool? An egg? Reduce damage armor, but taking damage grants 100% crit chance. Ooh. It does mean that I do a lot of damage when... Wait, if I hit this with 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... I want to fight fire. Thank you. I don't know why I did that, because that's my least favorite enemy in it. These things. They're not my least favorite enemy, because I'm pretty sure I've said that about 3 different things now. Yeah, increase my armor. If I've taken damage, I don't want to be taking more damage anytime soon. Because I do feel like I'll snowball if I don't have something like that. I'm just acting as if I have one weapon, and this is why I always take the one weapon like additional thing, because as far as I'm concerned, I do only have one weapon a lot of the time. I guess the more I think about it, this enemy's not too bad if I make sure to focus it. Just making sure to focus it is the big thing. This area, I feel like I'm progressively getting better and better at, which is good. Shows a sign of improvement. Even more so than the other areas. Like, I got through that area with like minimal damage, whereas I feel like the first couple, I mean, this used to be a hard like stopping point for me. I talked about how like when you got into the paradise sort of area, it was a hard stop. That was the first one, and then I barely get past that, and then the next one would be this. But I do like seeing this and seeing a notable improvement in my skill. There's a difference between me playing like a strategy game and me playing like a game where the way you improve is by just getting better at the game. I feel like a lot of the time in a strategy game I'll just brute force it, whereas this, at least I think by osmosis. Yeah, it is. And then unlocking more things and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I'm always a bit... I've played a fair amount of roguelikes. With like differing opinions on them. But generally been like quite positive. I don't think I'm learning any of the like builds though. I will say that. I don't think I've got into this and I'm like, oh, I'll pick this because this will like go with this ability that I've taken. It's more just I take what I like, or I take healing if I think that healing's needed, and that's sort of it. Do 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 do. I can't upgrade this anymore, and I don't have enough to upgrade the other thing. Who am I fighting? This is the guy I was talking about, who I think is piss easy. Watch me show he's not piss easy or something. God damn it, he's not in my area anymore. I mean, I'm not showing how piss easy this thing is at the moment. But believe me when I say this guy is pretty easy. There was a long time where I fought this dude that I didn't even think to get on these rails with him. And I actively just thought you had to be in those little areas over there. And fight him on that. And still beat him quite easily. Damn it, I was trying to jump to block the blimmin'... Okay, I don't have the damage I used to have. Or this dude has got a lot of health. One of the two. But yeah, as you can see, he's kind of nothing. Right, here's where I gotta crack my neck, get ready. I'm gonna win. Hacker voice, I'm gonna win. Swapping, that's useless, I don't swap. Yeah. We could, I mean, I don't think I'll be able to play it today, but I'm 100% down for some Sworn. I can play it tomorrow if you want. Ow. Ow. I tried to rush this, and I've made a mistake. I've gotten trapped. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is not good at all. I've panicked. I've actively panicked. He's in his shield. That's bullshit. But if I'm going down, I'm beating this blooming caterpillar. Bring it on, caterpillar. Do your worst. You can't do anything, can you? You immediately went for the punch. That's insane. Oh, no, I'm down. Oh well. That was a good final one. I was doing really good until the end. That end bit kind of deals like it's kind of scary. Anyway, that'll be it for me. I've gone well over the time I normally do. So I will see you all on Wednesday for more Rogue Trader, where we probably are going to finish. I think it's very likely, unless I fail against the boss. It's one of the two. Either I fail against the boss and there's another episode, another stream, or I don't fail against the boss and then that's the last stream, and then the week after will be us sort of making the character and choosing the difficulty for Baldur's Gate. Either way, I will see you on Wednesday. Bye! How do I wave?